Sugar Sean O'Malley, UFC 299, just put on a masterclass against Marlon Chito Vera, the only man to finish Sean O'Malley and beat him for that matter. And this just proves that there are levels to striking. What is going on, guys? This is Dylan the Machete here, top level striker, professional Muay Thai fighter, whatever you want to call me, fighting out of Bangtao Muay Thai and MMA here in Phuket, Thailand. And we're going to be speaking about Sean O'Malley's amazing performance against Marlon Chito Vera. So going into this fight, my prediction, I didn't make a YouTube video or anything, but my general prediction was that Sean O'Malley was going to go out there and he was going to stop Marlon Chito Vera within the second, third, or fourth round. And the reason I thought this is because of a few things. So a lot of people just call me a Sean O'Malley fanboy and just think that I just suck his nuts for absolutely no reason. But the reason he is one of my, if not my favorite fighter in the UFC right now is just because of how high level his striking is, and he proved that against Marlon Vera. And the reason I thought he was going to stop Marlon Chito Vera is because Marlon has this style where he walks forward with his hands up here, and Sean O'Malley is just really good at finding those shots. And Chito's style is pretty much based on getting hit, being able to absorb strikes, and then just keep walking you down, and then he's eventually going to find a shot that breaks you. That's what he did to Dominic Cruz, Frankie Edgar. He tried to do it against Corey Sandhagen, and he couldn't. So, yeah, he kind of dropped the ball on that one, and Sean O'Malley is very similar to Corey Sandhagen. Even though he didn't shoot any takedowns in this fight, he still proved that his striking is levels above Marlon Chito Vera. Marlon's very easy to hit, and he got hit a lot in this fight. He absorbed, I believe it was 180-something significant shots. He got pieced up for the most part, and this just goes about what I was saying, leading up to this fight. There are levels to striking, and if you watch Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Chito Vera, the first fight, you'll see that Sean O'Malley was landing the more significant shots before he got kicked in the calf. And that drop foot thing with his calf is pretty much what cost him that fight. And I just didn't think that was going to be an issue this fight. So Chito he was a lot tougher than I thought he would be. He copped some mad shots. He copped a mad knee to the head. He copped some straights. He got dropped in the second round, so that was a 10-8 round. It was 44-50 scorecard on one of the judges' scorecards, and I think that is right. Oh my god, I look like shit right now. I fought like 5 days ago, and my sleep schedule's been a bit fucked since, so that's why I probably sound a little bit fucked. Not that you guys care, but yeah. So Sean O'Malley just doing his thing, and the things that I thought were going to really land on Chito were the body kicks, the leg kicks, and the straight punches down the middle, because Chito's style is very like walk forward with the hands up. It's very easy to get someone. And then later in the fight, you could see that he started to parry as he was getting punched straight. And then that's when Sean started to kind of like fake, and then he started to go over the tan. So Chito would parry, and then he'd end up landing hooks. And that fourth round is when Sean O'Malley really, started to get tired. And that was his first time going into a 5-round fight. He hit the fourth round for the first time ever in his career against the only guy to ever knock him out. And Chito really started to put on the pressure. Every time Chito was coming forward and making it a dirty fight, Chito started to land really good shots. And this is why I think Topuria is really going to give Sean O'Malley some troubles, but we'll get to that. So every time Chito marched forward, he didn't try and play the long game with Sean. He would do well, and he would land some hard shots, and he landed a really good right hand on Sean, rocked him, and at the end of the fight ended up dropping him with a body shot, or at least hurting him with it. But yeah, that's just not the way Marlon fights. Marlon doesn't like put the pressure on people, and he can't rely on just landing one shot. He can't rely on just like praying that he's going to hurt someone for 25 minutes. Like I know he's got a good gas tank. He runs a lot. He trains hard. So I know he's got the good gas tank to be able to put the pressure on someone, but it just seems that he just doesn't do it. And I think maybe it's because he just trains. This is what happens sometimes. Is like sometimes people train so much, they end up leaving some of themselves in the gym. Like you listen to the way Sean O'Malley trains, he doesn't train a lot, but he trains very hard and very specific. Whereas you hear Marlon Chito Vera talk, he wakes up at like 4 a.m., goes for runs, and then he trains for like 2-3 hours in the gym, and then he's like, obviously you do need to build your skills and all that, but when Sean O'Malley's in camp, like he shortens his training sessions, he makes them short and intense, and maybe that's the reason why his long cardio wasn't as good, because when he hit the fourth round, he started to get tired, whereas Marlon Chito Vera kept going. But Sean was also very conservative with his energy and knew when to explode and when to chill. Like he hurt Chito multiple times, knew that he wasn't going to finish him, and then he pulled back. Maybe if he had a better gas tank, he could have. push the pressure, maybe he would have put in the pressure and gotten knocked out or like hurt, because it seemed to be when he ended up getting into the 5th round with Chito, and he started to really trade with Chito and started having that war. The last 10 seconds of the fight, last 5 seconds of the fight, he got hit with a really good body hook, and you can see that Sean's face changed. And as soon as the bell went, Sean just went over and sat by the cage and said, like, yeah, that body shot really, really hurt me. So, yeah, that's basically how the fight went. You know, Sean dancing around Chito. Chito landed some really good leg kicks every time that they were in their closed stance, to say like if they were both orthodox or if they were both southpaw. Chito was landing really good leg kicks there, but every time they were in open stance, whether it be southpaw versus orthodox or orthodox versus southpaw, Sean O'Malley was landing those really good teep kicks to the stomach. He was landing good body kicks. He was landing good leg kicks of himself. The jabs, the straights, especially the straight from the from the orthodox versus southpaw, where Sean O'Malley would land the right hand. That stuff really worked well, and he'd be punching as he switches stance. Like, this just shows that there's levels to striking, and he knew that he was fighting for 25 minutes, so he didn't blow his load, and he knew when to put the pressure on and when to pull back. So after that fight, Sean O'Malley calls out Ilia Topuria. So Ilia Topuria, I haven't seen a response yet. Maybe he has responded. I'm not sure, but I think that Ilia Topuria is going to be a lot harder of a matchup than Marlon Chito Vera. The reason being is that Marlon Chito Vera is a very slow fighter. He hits hard, he's strong, and he is dangerous. But the thing when you fight someone like Ilia Topuria, you saw what happened when he fought Volk. You know, he has that amazing boxing, and he's able to throw like 5, 6, 7 combinations. That's how he ended up knocking out Volkanovski. And that is when Sean O'Malley had the most trouble against Marlon Chito Vera. When Marlon was throwing like 4, 5, 6, like he got clipped, he'd get pushed up against the cage. Like, there were just a lot of hard moments in that fight for Sean when he was actually getting pressured hard. And I feel like Ilia is the type of person that can pressure him hard. Now, is that saying Ilia is going to win the fight? Not necessarily. Sean O'Malley is incredibly good at keeping long. He's very good at sniping people as they come in, as you saw when he fought, when he fought Aljamain Sterling. He rocked Peter Yan with a left hand. He's done many things, proving that he's striking, and he's very, proving that he's just good at being long. Obviously, the teep kicks that he landed on Chito. And yeah, Chito's body actually looked kind of flabby this fight. Those body shots looked like they were really taken into effect, but Chito's just a tough son of a bitch and was able to take those body shots and not let whatever was going on, like how much hurt, he wasn't letting that affect him. But yeah, so going back to Ilia versus O'Malley, it's a tough one. I don't really have a prediction for it so far, but I think Ilia Topuria is going to be the toughest fight for O'Malley that he's ever had in his career. You know, people like Peter Yan gave him the hardest fight of his career that he's ever had. Ilia Topuria is a smaller, more dense version because he obviously fights up a weight class. Small, dense, compact little dude who's got really good boxing, who can pressure you. I think it's going to be Sean's hardest fight, and obviously they're both very good on the ground. Sean is more good off his back, whereas Ilia is kind of good everywhere because he is a black belt. Sean, I believe, is a purple or a brown belt. But yeah, this is just kind of my opinion on what's next and my thoughts. Also, when they was doing the post-fight interview, you heard Sean O'Malley call out Ilia Topuria, and then he was like, and if Ilia doesn't want it, and you could tell he was thinking about Merab, and then he's like, nah, fuck that, Ilia's got it. So he obviously doesn't want to fight Merab. I know he will fight Merab eventually if Merab either takes another fight or he sits out and waits, whatever. Merab is next, and that's another fight that I think, if Sean O'Malley is going to be incredibly dangerous within the first 2 rounds, especially if Merab fights the same way that he fought Henry Cejudo. If Henry Cejudo is able to catch Merab the way he did, then Sean O'Malley is going to be able to knock him out with one punch. I guarantee that. If he lands clean, Merab's going out, or he's at least going to be very rocked to where he can't recover and he's going to get knocked out. But in saying that, if it goes past 2 rounds, then Merab's probably going to maul Sean O'Malley because of Merab's EPO addiction. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Who do you think is next for Sean O'Malley? What are some fights that you are excited for? There's going to be a Jack Della Maddalena video coming in the next few minutes. So go check that video out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow my journey. Make sure you go watch a video on my journey. And I'll see you guys in the next video.